There's a movie that was recently released on Netflix called Leave the World Behind. Make note, this is an apocalyptic movie that was produced by the Obamas. Barack Obama was directly involved in the production of this film, and he pretty much gives hints as to what is coming to America. Now I'm going to do a few videos on this subject of cybersecurity because, friends, I believe whether we like it or not, the world will experience a huge cybersecurity threat. If you are dependent upon the system, which many people are, then you better take heed to this video and let this be a warning for you. Make wise decisions. Even with your finance, make wise decisions. In your day-to-day life, make wise decisions. It's time to prepare to get out of the cities. Here's what I'll say. If there's anything that the movie Leave the World Behind has stressed out, it is the importance of country living. It is the importance of getting out of the cities. You see, brothers and sisters, this is why I was basically putting a proposal that we should work together to try and get people to come out of the cities. Even the videos that I'm bringing to all of you, I'm not bringing to you these videos while in the cities. I'm actually in the wilderness. I'm far away from the city. This is why I'm trying to help people to come out of the cities. It's time for us to work together so that many more people can come out. I believe that this is the time for an exodus. Take it however you want. Just make sure you understand. A city is not destroyed without a warning. Messengers are being sent to you to tell you, to give you the heads up. Hey, you need to get out from the city. And even so now, I'm telling you, get out of the cities. It's time for us to come together, build communities, build shelters, build places. I will even go ahead and say, build secret places, places of hideouts. Because I know it might sound as though this is apocalyptic, fear-mongering, but it's not. There's nothing wrong with being prepared for a power grid failure. There's nothing wrong with being prepared for a time when there will be no food. There's nothing wrong with being prepared for a time when you will not be able to buy or sell. Let's be honest. Does the Bible say a time shall come when you will not be able to buy or sell? The answer is yes. So is it fear-mongering to tell people, prepare for that time? The answer is no. Is it wise to tell people to be prepared for such a time as that? Absolutely. It is wisdom. One thing that I realize is the same people who are telling you it's fear-mongering to prepare for a time when you will not be able to buy or sell, those are the same people who called you and I conspiracy theorists. And those same people who are calling us conspiracy theorists, they were the same people who lined up to get the job. This is the people that have a herd-like mentality and a herd-like mindset. Wherever the majority of people are going, that is where they will go. Wherever the mainstream is moving, they will go. If the stream is moving eastward, that's where they go. If the wind is going backwards, they go backwards. They are as the chaff being carried from one end of the earth to another by a mighty wind of delusion. This movie, Leave the World Behind, is full of mysteries and leaves many holes of questions. There are subliminal messages, such as this scene right here, where you see the boy and his sister walking. The boy is on the left hand of the screen and his sister is on the right hand of the screen. The boy is wearing a shirt that says obey, and the little girl, the sister, is wearing a shirt that says NASA. And the two of them walk in such a way throughout the film. Whenever they are together, they walk in a way that obey comes first, NASA comes last. Obey NASA. You see the subliminal message right in front of you that says obey NASA. And for you to obey NASA is for you to be under the matrix state of mind control. The question is, how likely are we to experience a cyber attack? What are the chances that we may very well be vulnerable to a cyber attack? Let me bring this to your remembrance. Recall that last year in 2022, the world experienced cellular networks that had gone down. Canada and America experienced this. No one could use their cell phones because the cellular networks were down. No one knew anything that was going on because the internet was also down. Everyone was in total darkness to what was going on because no one knew anything. The suspicion we all had was that the cell networks were down, which is true. No one could use their debit cards or their visas because all those retailers, in order for them to make a transaction, guess what they need? Internet. And the cell networks going down meant you cannot buy or sell. People are being locked in their own houses because their houses have become smart houses and they have smart technology all over their house. Smart appliances, smart refrigerators, smart lights, smart door locks, smart thermostats. These are important things. I would not dare trust technology to take care of them on my behalf. Smart thermostats? Imagine you live in a place that is cold and your entire house and your smart devices get hacked. So now you become vulnerable. You cannot use your smart services because the network is down. What do you think is going to happen to you? You have no more control of these things. You can't do anything. You become a sitting duck, and your life hangs in the balance and in the mercy of whoever hacked you. Do you understand why I keep saying it's time for the people of God to get out of the cities? Why it's important for us to establish communities outside of the cities? Even Hollywood is making movies telling you to get out of the cities. They give you hints that survivors usually are those who have left the cities or those who live outside of the cities. There are many of you who love the city and you just can't see yourself getting out of the city. If that mindset is not changed, you are going to be in for a rude awakening. Now, we're going to talk about the deer, this strange animal behavior depicted in the movie. Before I go any further, I want to share with all of you a miracle that began to happen. This was just the other day, by the way. A little boy, about the age of 4.5 years old, was brought to our ministry. This boy did not know how to walk. He could not walk. He was crippled. The boy could not walk. All he did was drag himself on the ground because of his deformity. Brothers and sisters, the doctors had no cure for this. Understand that I'm going to stress this one more time that you may understand. This boy could not walk.
Bring the hand down. Bring the hand down.
You see, he can't walk without using this hand. This hand now that is normal to hold this one. You see, he can't walk unless he use this left hand side that is normal and hold this one that is not normal. He can come. And they took him to hospital and they gave him injection. And this boy started developing what is called autism.
I warn people about giving their children vaccinations. I warn parents and I tell parents to exercise caution when it comes to immunizing your children and giving them shots. Why? Because ever since vaccinations have been implemented, many children have been developing autism and several different types of deformities. Such is this case also. A deformity has happened in the which the boy's right side was paralyzed. Both his right arm and his right leg were paralyzed. The boy could not walk before, but now he can walk.
He can't use this hand to do anything. You see how the hand is. You can see how the hand is. This leg, previously this boy cannot walk before when they brought this case to us. But through prayers, we call upon the name of God. He was crumbling on the ground while other babies were playing. So he will be trying to play, but no way. But we started calling upon the name of God, and this boy has now started walking. But the problem now we have is that Yeah, amen. The problem now we have is that this hand cannot work, cannot do anything. We want now to start another level of treatment. So I am calling for the controversial ministry all over the world to come for the help of this little boy called Joshua or Ikenna. Please, I am here in the countryside where in our worship center this morning, and this case was brought to us.
Friends, I ask of your prayers for this little boy, little Joshua. Do you want to see him be fully restored? I do. I want the name of our Father in heaven to be uplifted because of this case of this little boy. Friends, we need your help to be able to attain certain things. Whatever help that you can be able to render to this ministry, it will be greatly appreciated. And may blessings come upon you. If you wish to help us to accomplish some of these things, all the links are provided in the video description box and also pinned at the comment section, such as what you are seeing listed on your screen right now. Now friends, we've got much to uncover, so let's go back into the video. Now I'm going to point to you some very important things that the movie Leave the World Behind has pointed out. I have told you people, from 2020, God has been given to me revelations concerning nature. And I told you all that nature is going to be turned upside down. I told you people, and I'm going to mention it again, brothers and sisters, animals are going to behave very strange to the point where people are going to be baffled and they are not going to know exactly why is the animal kingdom behaving so strangely. I want you to mark this down. I want you to remember this. If you do not ever watch any of my videos from this day moving forward, remember what the Controversy 7 had spoken to you this day. Hold this against me. Hold this against me. I am telling you, animals are going to behave very strange shortly hereafter. You are going to see signs from nature that will be giving to you a sign that something is not right. If you are blind, you are going to simply ignore the signs. Animals are going to start to behave aggressive towards people. Expect strange aggression from animals. Deers are going to become aggressive towards people. Deers are not going to be running away from people anyhow. Birds are going to start pecking on people. It may very well be that people are going to start getting pecked in their eyes. Chipmunks, groundhogs, even bugs, the smallest things that you cannot imagine being invasive or being aggressive in nature. When you see those things become aggressive towards mankind, and when you see animals growing numb to fear, that means fear is something that will be removed from the animals. The fear that was put in the animals will be taken from them, and that fear that was in the animals will be put within the ungodly men. Do you understand, friends? The spirit that was given to the beast, the heart which was given to the beast, shall be taken from the beast, and it shall be given towards men. Do you know, brothers and sisters, that snakes are more afraid of us than we are afraid of them? Do you know that animals generally are afraid of people than people are afraid of them? Think about this. Whenever people want to build a city, they will go to a place that is remote, and then they'll start to build up. Wherever we go, animals dissipate, animals leave. They vacate the place for us, and then we start building. It's because they are afraid of us. Here's what I'm trying to tell you. Since 2020, I've been warning you. Time shall come when animals will no longer be afraid of mankind. And for the ungodly, animals will be risen against them. They will be given enmity against the people who are ungodly. But to the people of God, to the holy children of God, to the saints, animals will not rise up against them. These agents of darkness, they know exactly what's coming. And the reason why I say this is because this same thing would have happened in time past already in the days of Noah. I personally believe that when Noah and his family entered into the ark and the rain began to come down, I believe that there were those who began to panic and they wanted to run and even to break the doors of the ark so that they can get in. And I believe that there were animals, many animals that were not in the ark, that were outside of the ark, that would have defended Noah and his family in the ark by attacking the people who were trying to get into the ark. You see what I'm saying? Think about what happened in 2020. Animals took over the streets. Well, the Bible talks about how beasts will rule over the streets and they will make the streets desolate. God said that in the Bible, in the book of Leviticus and several other books, including the book of Job, and I believe the book of Hosea. Several texts talk about these things. It shall come to pass. Watch. But the thing is, I don't want you to look out for that event. I want you to look up to Christ. Look at Christ. Make sure that you yourself are saved. Because by the time that you see these things, man, I tell you, trembling and fear is going to come upon people. Let your eyes be fixed upon your Lord and your Savior, your Adonai, Yeshua, Jesus the Christ. Keep your eyes upon Him, not upon the signs. Keep your eyes upon the Son of God, and He will lift you up and He will give you strength to endure unto the end. Focus on Him. All these things will come upon the heathen and the unbelievers. You focus upon Christ. Will an invasion come upon the United States of America? The truth is, whether we like it or not, it shall come to pass. America will not last forever. It shall be destroyed. Only question is when. It's not an if, but it's a matter of when. That being said, it is wise for the people of God to seek to get out from the cities. If there ever was a time for the people of the Most High to work together, to come together, to build off-grid communities, to establish themselves so that they may be independent, this is the time. I don't believe that we are going to have much time after this election. 2024 election year is around the corner. What does that mean? That means that the heat is about to be turned up. If you can find small group of people and band together, work together, go, purchase land together, do it. One thing I will advise is this: you don't want an entire nation all dwelling in one place. You must have small groups scattered here and there that work together. I think that would be an excellent idea, to have small groups operating as one. They're divided, operating in separate areas. Let them trade among themselves. That is what's going to keep us to move forward. A time of no buying and no selling is around the corner. How do you think it's going to be? Are you going to just generate everything yourself? Selfishness is not going to get you anywhere in these last days. It's a teamwork, a work of team effort, united body. That's what's going to get the people of God to actually work together and to actually have something that will work even in the time of trouble. I firmly believe that the work of healing, the work of treating people, the work of curing sicknesses, that's going to be the work that the people of God are going to do. How so? In a time of no buying and no selling, it's also going to be restricted for you to go to hospitals. I believe that we need to be educated now more about medical missionary. We need to know how to treat certain things. We need to know what kind of things to have in our homes. And we must not put our trust in fast foods. Change your eating habits. A lot of the things that you're eating are the reason why you're sick all the time. Learn to cut those evil things away from your diet and see the result of how your health is going to improve. You don't want to be sick when things hit the fan. You understand what I'm saying? When things go south, if ever there was an invasion upon America, if ever there was cybersecurity attack, if ever there was a massive hacking to the banking system where you lose all your money, if ever anything like that happens, you don't want to be in a position where you are ill, where you are dependent upon pharmacia. We have to be wise. It's time to think outside of the box. Come out of that matrix. Friends, I believe that it is time for all of us to practice healthy living. If you are always prone to getting sick or your children are always sick, begin by asking yourself the question, what am I eating and what am I snacking upon? What am I giving to my family? Furthermore, There's a reason why many people eat unhealthy and they don't care. Why? It's because the doctor's office is just down the road. And to them, as soon as they begin to feel any type of sickness, whether it be headache, sore throat, coughing, any pain anywhere in their body, immediately let's run to the doctor. The doctor prescribes to them a drug, sends them home. They take the drug and sit back, enjoy their evil, unclean, and unhealthy habits. And they continue this vicious cycle, which can be summed up as follows. Doctor, just give me a drug, let me take this pill so that I can go back and enjoy the things that I love to do. It sounds good on the surface. However, what do they love to do? They love to eat however they want without any form of restriction. Overeating, gluttony, eating unclean things, eating fast foods, all kinds of junk foods, day and night, without giving their bodies a break. Thus, when they get these symptoms of different sicknesses coming into their bodies, they go to get medication from the doctors, just to allow them to go back again to the same vicious cycle and repeat over and over again. This, my friends, is a snare of the devil, and you have fallen for it. Now, that being said, friends, I can talk on and on and on, but I'm coming to a conclusion now. I have a GoFundMe that I have launched several weeks ago. And this GoFundMe, we want to actually build a sanitarium, a place for treating people. And also we want to build this place to be a place where we can train people and teach people how to prepare even for the time when you will not be able to go to a hospital. We want to be able to train people, and we want to be able to actually train ourselves and also be prepared to be able to heal certain sicknesses and to be able to also teach people how to live healthy. Time is coming when we will not have access to hospitals. That I believe. And time is coming when we will be out far away from access to hospitals. The question is, how will we be able to deal with certain situations? How will we be able to treat certain type of sicknesses? How can we even be able to treat our families in time of sicknesses when we cannot be able to access hospitals? What kind of things should we have in our homes? I think it is wise, friends. It's very wise for us to start to educate ourselves concerning these things. It is wise. Anyone who wants to ignore these things and act as though they will always have access to hospitals, I don't know what to tell you, man. I guess do your thing. But nonetheless, friends, for those who are wise, those who see the importance of why we need to prepare for a time when there will be no more access to hospitals, the link for the GoFundMe is in the description box and also pinned at the comment section. You can feel free to click the link there and help us to achieve this goal. Whatever donation that is contributed goes a long way, so it's greatly appreciated, and may the blessings of the Most High be upon you. Other than that, my second channel is called Controversy 7 Ministry. Please be sure to go over there and subscribe to that second channel, and be sure to stay tuned. Turn on all your bell notification icons on as well. This is the Controversy 7. Thank you for tuning in and for joining me. You take good care of yourselves. Be blessed, be safe. I will see you shortly.